Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. This is going to be video 2 today because finally I kind of alluded to it in my video this morning, but because of jerks in the content creator program who feel the need to, ignore embargoes and just look cool for their friends, or I don't even know why. We weren't able to get this out in time, and so now we have it. Since the embargo has been released, I'm way past it, but it's lunchtime for me, opportunity for me to react to this. I did watch a bit of it, and I thought, oh no, you know what? Let's do a reaction to this. This is kind of a what's coming next. There are release notes for 5.0. I'm not going to go over the release notes because 99% of it is this. There's a new champion coming. There's the boss, the big bad boss, finally officially released, and then there's the if you win the mythical champion, that if you complete all the beat the big bad boss, you get that champion. I don't know if it's gonna be fragments or what, but basically that's what is on the docket for the release notes. You can read those, but I thought this would be a good thing. This is kind of like the update notes, but it's really all about the new Syntron or whatever. Anyway, I got my coffee number 3. It's lunchtime, so let's do a little reaction.
Hey there, everyone.
Oh my god, I'm just kidding.
Welcome back to another update preview video, where today we'll be showing off one of our biggest features to date, the Cursed City.
The Cursed? Isn't that just cursed? Cursed City, not cursed?
Gates to this accursed place, also known by the city's original name of Cintranos, will be open soon. So let's find out what challenges await and the rewards you'll be reaping. First things first, Cursed City is a brand new game mode available to players of level 52 and above.
I hope that unlike other content that unlocks before most players can tackle it, I hope 52 you can at least wet your feet, get your toes wet. Like, that's my hope.
Name isn't just for show either. You have an entire city to explore here. There's 100 stages spread across 4 districts with each.
Okay, so 100 stages. You can see there's some progression rewards, much like Faction Wars, campaign and stuff, so that's good. 500 energy, that's good to see, right? That's a barrel at 100, and at 500, you get your dude. So there's 500 stars total. There's 100 levels. So you got to think is it a 5-star system? Let's find
each
out.
District getting progressively harder to complete. There's new challenges and fiendish.
That's the Eternal Dragon. So they're just recycling some of the Doom Tower bosses.
Twists on old classics.
But they're changing their kits. Okay. I would have preferred new bosses. I mean, you guys do it so well. That's where Raid absolutely shines. They make new stuff so well. The look of champions, the kits of bosses. Sometimes they overtune it. In fact, most times they overtune it, but they look cool. But I'm okay. I'm okay with that.
Then there's the Eclipse Tower, home to Raid's newest boss, and the current Lord of Cintranos, Amy.
I can't even think about how to beat this boss. Someone smarter than I will have to figure it out, because I don't know if I don't know.
Yes, the Lunar Archon. In order to take on this moon-obsessed recluse, you'll need to unlock the path to him. Each month, a new
sidebar, and J Gigs, all due credit, first pointed this out. What is Plarium's infatuation with candles? Look at this dude. I mean, they're red, but it's just more candles. Who puts candles on their head and on the wings, on his little? Anyway.
Need to unlock the path to him. Each month, a new rotation of the Cursed.
There's a dude who they hired, who's like, I draw candles very nicely. I draw very nice candles. And they're like, well, we're kind of desperate for help, so yeah, come on in. And now they're like, well, we're paying Dimitri. Let's just make candles. I don't know.
City will be.
Was that like you went to LinkedIn and you saw wanted to hire graphic artist, specializes in candles? I don't know. I'm just curious.
Again, resetting your progress from the previous month. The stages of each district in the Cursed City will remain the same, but the requirements you'll need to beat them will change. We'll describe.
So monthly reset. They'll scramble up the requirements, similar to Doom Tower, I guess.
Have those later in the video. Entering stages of the Cursed City is similar to Doom Tower rooms, in that you'll need Cursed City keys. You'll get a set number of these each day, and they won't be spent unless you successfully complete the stage you're taking on. You can't buy these or stack them over multiple days, so use them or lose them.
I don't like that, only because, Plarium, hear me. I know you don't want to listen. I don't want to listen to me sometimes. You've already done one instant key, which is great for Clan Boss, but there's still Hydra Boss. There's still Doom Tower. There's still dailies. There's still... Tomorrow, I get up early. I drive 5 hours. I visit stores. I'm in a hotel. And then I have to do my work, my evening work. I'm not going to have a ton of time to play. That's Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. I'm back Friday. I have my Friday to do. Friday, usually, I finish a little bit early. So Friday, I tackle stuff. And then I have the weekend. So on the weekend, I could crush a week's worth of keys because I have the time, right? Like, Amanda and I could hang out together and chat while we're playing. Like, there's ways on the weekend, but during the week, it's not always easy. And some people, it's the other way around, right? They get home at 5 from work. They got all evening, and that's what they do. But on the weekends, they're family events, and they're... So I don't like this daily
Cursed
thing.
City has 2 difficulties, normal and hard. The default difficulty will be set to hard, but you can switch at any point. Cursed City keys aren't tied to either difficulty, although you'll get...
So there was 7 keys? Was that how many keys there were? Or was there 10 keys? Because there's 100 stages, 2 difficulties, so that's 200 stages. So you need 200... So 30, 60, 90, 180. So you have to, like, there's no, it feels...
Get enough keys to complete all stages in both difficulties. It would be prudent to plan your progress
more
rather
than
than switch
keys.
around wildly. Now, here comes the fun part. You can...
It sounds like we're not going to, there's no extra space here. 8 keys. I need the math here. 8 keys times... There's 240 keys. So you have 40 extra keys, right? Does that make sense? So there's 8 keys. It resets monthly. I mean, I assume that's 30. Maybe it's 28 days. 28 days. It's 224 keys. You'll need 200 keys to finish this, I assume. Well, we'll see.
Maybe your own journey through the Cursed City. You always start in the district of Cobble Market, but the path you take from there is up to you. You can head straight for the biggest enemies you can find first, or indulge your inner completionist and try to clear every stage of a district.
Okay, that's good. Okay, that makes sense. Then I'm okay, right? So if you don't have the time, you can just hit the bosses for the bigger loot
Before moving.
You know, like I don't care about brews, but I do want to get the boss stuff, right? If I want to make sure I knock down the boss, get the key, get to the main. Okay.
That's how it works. But it'd be a pretty short update preview video if we just left it there, right? The Cursed City is split into 4 districts: Cobble Market, Dead Rise, Plague Home, and Soul Cross, with each district getting progressively harder. You're eased into the horrors of the Cursed City through Cobble Market. Dead Rise and Plague Home are where the difficulty climbs slightly, and Soul Cross, well, Soul Cross is the stuff nightmare.
Fire Knight, the Fire Knight dude looks pissed.
Are made of. Each district.
He's so pissed. Oh, sorry. He's so pissed he didn't even get a friend. You see that? Like, a lot of them are split. Like, you have to fight 2. Oh no, is that? Oh man.
Well, Soul Cross is the stuff nightmares are made
Sand
of.
Dune.
Each district has exactly 25 stages, and that number
Sand
won't
Devil.
change between rotations. The other thing that won't change is the position of individual stages on the map, or the paths that connect them. Urban redevelopment is not high up on Amius's list of priorities. Each stage within the districts can be one of 4 types: regular, boss, double boss, or awakening. Let's run through them one by one. Regular
I assume the awakenings are just like the Doom Tower's secret rooms.
stages are your standard run-of-the-mill battles in Raid, like you'd find in the campaign.
So it's not 3 times? Oh, you're not going to film stuff on 3X anymore? That's weird.
You'll fight across 3 rounds with a wave of enemies in each round. You've faced these types of battles hundreds of times before, but the ones found in the Cursed City might be a little more difficult than you're used to. Next up, we've got Awaken stages. As the name
Nice
implies,
team, by the way.
you'll need to bring your Awaken champions to take on these stages. Each Awaken stage requires a certain number of awakening
I now have a +1 6-star Saito, so I'm pretty much gonna clear all the content.
levels across your whole team, indicated by red stars on a champion's portrait. So, if an Awaken stages requires 6 red stars, you could bring 1 champion with 6 red stars on their portrait,
That's
or
5.
2 champions with 3 red stars, and so on. Once the requirement has been met, you can then focus on filling out your team with the best champions for the job. Completing Awaken stages isn't necessary to get to Amius the Lunar Archon. They can offer an alternative route, though, and give you some pretty sweet rewards when completing them for the first time. Moving on, we've got boss stages. Here, you'll be taking on...
Hold on. You can't say pretty sweet rewards. Where are you? And that's your rewards. I mean, I like the rank up, but this, what is this? Is this, I don't think that's the rarity up, is it? Are these a rank and rarity? They're actually not bad. But unless you're like me and you burn all your resources on CVC, like I used to, these aren't that important. So maybe we shouldn't say sweet rewards.
For the first time.
Although I'm just being facetious because obviously the higher level ones will give you better rewards. I hope that there's a bevy of different stuff, like maybe some of the gear that's tied to the forge, maybe some forge materials of Doom Tower bosses or other rare stuff from Forge Pass, those sort of things. That's my
Moving on, we've got boss stages. Here, you'll be taking on some of Talaria's most famous foes, like the Iron Twins of Aoname, the Sand Devil. A quick glimpse at the Cursed City map reveals that these boss stages are often located at key landmarks, like bridges between districts or paths leading to the next kind of stage, double boss. Yep, that's right. Bad guys
does
are
look cool.
teaming up. There
I mean,
are
it's
12
silly.
double boss stages in total, with 3 popping up in each district. The location of the double boss stages in each rotation of the Cursed City will always be the same. You'll also find that the boss duos will scale with each district's difficulty. So don't worry about walking into Cobble Market and facing off against Astronix the Dark Fae immediately. You'll
Oh
need to
my
clear these
God.
double boss stages in order to get Eclipse Keys. Collecting 3 Eclipse Keys will grant you passage into the Eclipse Tower at the center of the Cursed City.
So you only have to get 3 Eclipse keys, and I'm assuming there's 4 locations to get them? Is that a fair?
And let you take on Amius the Lunar Archon. We'll release a separate video talking about that fight. But
What
for
is-
now, let's...
What's that stuff on the bottom going on there? Conditions? You got to be a purple Spider-Man? That's I know. So that's what? Dark Elf, Skinwalker, Lizardman, Barbarian, and Tree Hugger?
just focus on getting you there. Each of the 3 Eclipse Keys can be found in one of the
They're
double
not
boss
doing
stages
that, are
in
they?
Cobble Market, Dead Rise, and Plague Home. The location
Not
of
a
the
fan of
Eclipse
that.
Key within each district will also change with each rotation and will always be random, but you'll see it in the stage rewards. Knowing about the types of stages is helpful, but
Oh, so it'll be in a random spot among these bosses? So maybe there will only be 3, and you have to get those 3. But it sounds like the hard level doesn't have the keys. It'll probably have the keys on hard or something.
it's not quite that simple in Cursed City. Every single stage, including boss stages, will have a number of restrictions on the champions you can bring. Think of Doom Tower's secret
I don't...
rooms, and you'll get the general idea. Some will restrict which rarity of champion you can bring, or perhaps which affinity, type, or faction. Some of these restrictions are unique to the hard difficulty, however, and you won't have to worry about them on normal. These unique stage restrictions will change with every rotation, so don't expect to be able to rely on the same path. You'll have to change up how you traverse the districts. All right, we've covered a lot here, so quick recap. You have a full month to explore the Cursed City. Find the Eclipse Keys from double boss stages, and storm the Eclipse Tower to defeat Amius the Lunar Archon. How you weave your way through the streets of Centranos is up to you. Now let's get on to quests and rewards. As you're exploring the Cursed City, there are dedicated Cursed City quests for you to complete. They're pretty simple. Things like complete a specific number of stages, complete Awakened stages, defeat Amius himself, You get the gist. Each Cursed City quest you complete will earn you Cursed Candles. Collect enough candles and you can earn rewards.
Candles.
Clearing stages of the Cursed City on hard difficulty will grant you occult Cursed Candles, as well as access to a unique chain of one-time rewards, including a mythical champion, Carnage the Anarch.
So it's not stars. It's I'm telling you, they hired a candle specialist.
This ancient demon spawn is a living avatar of chaos and is the one responsible for the evil plaguing Centranos. So he'll be sure to bring some firepower to your champion collection. You'll need a couple of successful visits through Centranos to get enough occult cursed candles to acquire Carnage, though. So be sure to check in daily and use those Cursed City keys. You want more? We've got more. Even after you've claimed all of the one-time rewards, completing Cursed City quests will give you Cursed Chests. These contain a variety of useful treasures.
Whoa, 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 whoa,
including
whoa,
mythical
whoa, whoa. Mythical Chaos Ore? There it is.
skill tomes and souls to awaken Carnage. As if
There it is. They snuck that one in. Did anyone have information on that? This is the first time hearing of it. I know I've kind of been checked out on the news, but holy crap balls. And you can 6-star awaken them as you go through it. One-time rewards and then possible other.
If all of that wasn't enough for you, there are also one-time rewards when you beat a stage for the first time, similar to the Doom Tower. They'll also reset with each rotation. Rewards differ on normal and hard difficulty, and they'll become more valuable as you progress through the districts. All stages will drop rewards, but the best stuff is saved for those brave or foolish enough to take on double boss stages. Some of the rewards will include Cursed Remnants, which you can collect to summon epic and mythical champions. There's also a new Cursed Remnants.
Excuse me? So this is the fragment. This is the make a primal shard, but this is for mythical, summon epic and mythical champions. No legendaries though.
Which you can collect to summon epic and mythical champions. There's also a new type of charm for crafting mythical artifacts in the Forge, which can be used on any artifact set. You may also earn cursed chests from some stages, and these can contain
a new charm. Oh, that's what that red charm was. Increased chance for mythical is probably what it is. I don't like that though, because then you probably have to do it at the behest of rank or rarity. Is it going to be worth it? Are you better off, better chance of a legendary 6-star? Or potentially getting a mythical 5-star or 4-star.
Gear from 2 new artifact sets. Let's take a look at what they can do. Introducing the Supersonic and Merciless gear sets. They are variable gear sets, meaning you get new bonuses for each artifact or accessory equipped, all the way up to a maximum of 9 pieces. First up, we have the Supersonic set. Need your champions to go fast. This is the set for you. It offers boost to HP and resistance, as well as a massive increase to...
Okay, so it's on a 6-star piece. Now, keep in mind, you can get 12, 24, 36% increase from speed gear. But this, you can get 32%, which is pretty darn close. And you can get 40 resistance, 15% HP, 2% turn meter per buff placed by enemy, minus 30% reduced turn meter effects, and plus 30 reduced turn meter effects. So if I warlord, the warlord's block out. Who reduces, who steals, like, and 30% increased turn meter effects. So I'm trying to think of the reduced turn meter effects. I mean, there's a ton of champions that do it, but I'm just thinking from like if I can get one of that. Put it on Faye, put it in my Lysandra. So my Lysandra is now going to be really darn fast because she's 32%, so I don't have to use speed gear. I can get her with higher resistance. I can get her higher HP. I can reduce the chance of her turn meter being... I don't know, does the boss reduce her turn meter? But then she'll also have increased turn meter effects against Faye, as an example. I don't know, that's interesting. I'm sure these are meant to be arena sets, and there's an obvious arena...
speed.
thing there.
But the real bonuses from this set include chances to manipulate your turn meter when equipped with 4, 6, or 9 pieces. You can see these bonuses on screen now. Put it
Interesting.
on champions, you need to be fast, and there.
So is that 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6? No. So what happens? I'm confused. So it's. I know it's shocked that I'm confused. Let's go to here.
Of 9 pieces. Sonic set pieces.
So
first up,
one
we have
piece. So you get resistance 20,
the supersonic set.
HP 15 with 2,
Need your champions
speed 10% with 3,
to go fast.
turn meter with 4.
This is the set
That's another 10% speed with
for
5.
you. It offers
That's the turn meter effects with
boost
6
to
minus.
HP and
That's extra resistance with 7.
resistance, as well as a
8 gives you the third speed, which is 12%.
massive increase to speed.
And then the increased turn meter effects with all 9. Okay. Holy snap balls. Okay, where were we?
You can see these bonuses on screen now. Put it on champions.
I haven't
you need to
decided
be
whether that's
fast,
a good set.
And they'll be zooming. The second gear set is merciless.
Attack, okay. It was attack and then crit damage 15%.
This is perfect for
Speed plus 5. If this is going to have ignored defense, this broke the arena.
damage dealers who are
30% chance to reduce random skill down.
laser focused on wiping
Attack 25%.
out their enemies in a
Ignore defense 35% with 6 piece out of 9. So you can get an increased attack 25%, crit damage 15%, speed 5, ignore defense 35, and a chance to reduce random skill cooldown.
single strike.
And then the last one was, what did that do?
Focused on wiping out their enemies in a
Oh, that's extra
single
speed.
strike.
Extra speed, so that's another 5% speed.
It increases the wearer's
More crit damage, so that's double crit damage.
attack, critical damage.
Extra turn, 15% extra turn chance on dealing damage. So that's 25. It's a 9-piece set for 25% attack, 30% crit damage, 10% speed, 35% ignore defense, 30% chance to reduce random skill cooldown, and an extra 15% chance to on extra dealing damage. They were smart that the skill cooldown is earlier. It's not because those 2 bottom pieces, people would just go a 7-piece set and then do a 2-piece cruel set, right? But I can still see
Chances to manipulate your
Okay.
turn meter when equipped with 4, 6, or 9 pieces. You can see these bonuses on screen now. They'll be zooming. Merciless. This is perfect for damage dealers who are laser focused on wiping
so it has to
out their
be
enemies in a
you have to have the 6-piece set, which means you can't put 9 pieces on. You can't have savage and this, and you can't have lethal and this, because cruel is the best you can do. You can do 7-piece with 2-piece or 6-piece with 2-piece. What does 7-piece get you?
single strike.
So if you had this with cruel, you could effectively ignore 40% defense, and then 50-50 chance with Helm Smasher to ignore 90% defense. 90%. Plus have crit damage 15%, attack 25%, a chance to random cooldown. The last 2 is just giving you that 15% crit damage, which may or may not be useful to you. I mean, if you have really good cruel pieces, I don't think 15%. Like, you probably have a piece with 24% crit damage. So whether or not that piece is used,
Attack, critical
because
damage.
the 15% extra turn chance that's a PvE, or maybe a defense, right? You've got your Necrit protected killer. You know, you've got your Ukrainian in this, and he's going to get an extra turn, and if he does, then it's trouble.
Damage and speed, as well as offering a little bit of ignored.
I don't think it's a pretty broken set. I don't think it's as dangerous as you think yet, but 6 months from now, I don't think it's broken because you can't buy your way into it. You can't get extra resources by doing this. It's like the lethal set, right? You have to get that from Fae. Fae shows up only certain. Even if you're efficient in your Fae farming, there's only so much Fae gear you can get, and then it's RNG. This will be the same way, but eventually this set's going to be
defense for good measure. There's also chances to reduce cooldowns and gain extra turns with the bonuses for either having 4 or 9 pieces equipped, which you can see on your screen now.
PvP.
I believe that's everything. We hope you're as excited as we are to dive into everything that the Cursed City has to offer. Keep your eyes peeled for another video coming soon, where we'll talk more about the big bad boss of the Cursed City, Amius the Lunar Archon. Don't forget to like and subscribe so you can stay up to date on all the awesome...
Okay, let's go with my thoughts, and then we'll shut down the video. Overall, I think it's a cool new way. It's just Doom Tower, but in a new way. I think that it's going to take a lot of time. I feel like it's going to be time consuming. So I really hope we see some more instant battles, some more quick attack, quick fights. I just ran a 99%, whatever it is, percent chance on Fire Knight Hard 10 on my main account yesterday. I don't need to see those battles time and time again. Please let me instant battle those if I'm going to have to spend my time on Doom Tower and this. Now, Doom Tower has auto jump, so I can AFK it, but it still takes a significant amount of time to go up the Doom Tower levels, and that's problematic to me. This is a lot of time in raid. But I like the idea. I like the fun. It'll probably be overtuned. A little worried about that. Most of it looks really cool. I think it's unfortunate that they didn't make any new boss other than the main boss. They didn't make any new bosses. They just kind of borrowed the previous bosses. It feels like reusing assets saves them a lot of time and effort. Unfortunately, we lose a bit on that. I was looking forward to some more new bosses, but that's a small bit. I think taking on 2 of them at the same time is actually going to be kind of fun. I don't like everything has a condition. I don't like that. However, the fact that you don't have to hit up every single room and you can choose your path, and there might be paths that can get around something you don't want to do if you don't have a good, strong Lizardman team, for example. You can hopefully circumvent that room. And I hope on normal, those conditions aren't there. I hope that's only a hard level, because I want, and this is what's missing from some of the last content they put in, and I include Doom Tower in that. I think Doom Tower, I think Hydra in a way, definitely, Shogun and Sand Devil Necropolis. I think all of them were really gated on champions. They're really gated on level, especially for lower spend, free-to-play. And I'm just, from my own personal experience with my free-to-play, it's, I think, account level is like 57, 58, and I can't even do level 5 on Shogun or Sand Devil. And I don't suspect that I should be able to do level 20, but I should be able to at least get to level 7 or 8. I think there should be a more linear progression piece that at some point you hit a wall, and then you go to a different area and you progress till you hit a wall, and then you go to a different area and you progress till you hit a wall, and then you go, oh wait, because of all the resources I've pulled over here, now I have a better here, and I can progress a little further. So I hope that they take that into account with the normal level and allow younger, because they open it at level 52. There should be people at level 52. You should be able to pick and choose and maybe finish just the easiest spot and get to the boss. It takes a little while, maybe a couple months to beat that boss, like until you get a little bit better champions, and then you can slowly spread out on normal. And because for my account, I don't suspect there'll be any surprises. I suspect I'll be able to do most of the content. Maybe the boss will be tough. I might have to swap some gear around, but I think I'm an exception. Like I don't think that there's a million accounts out there that are north of 20 million player power. So for those that are in the 11 million player power because they've been playing since day one, or they're 5 million player power because they've been playing since day one, I just hope that there's some some progression there, and it's not just stop, wait until you pull a certain champion and then move forward. I hope that's not the case, especially when you're saying, oh, you have to have a lizardman, and I keep pulling, I have all the Shadowkin in the world and I don't have any viable lizardmen, so I just can't do that content. That would frustrate me. But mostly I think I really like this. I really like the idea of it. The sets seem pretty overpowered, but I'm not upset about that. And maybe I should be. I'm curious as to other content creators, how they feel about it. I'm not totally upset with the gear sets being OP. Again, the people that can clear that content daily to get those sets, you're not fighting them in live. You're not fighting them in maybe in 3v3, but you're not fighting them you're not in Platinum Arena. So let them fight each other for it and have the OP gear. The fact that this technically, you just need to put together a good, strong run. You can't just put together a good, strong team. You have to have you probably have to have 100 solid champions, maybe 50 solid champions. You have to have them evenly distributed amongst all the different factions, all the different affinities, all the different styles. You have to have blessings distributed evenly through that to get through all this on hard. I'm tentatively okay with that, so long as that there's an entry point for those that don't have all those options. That's my only caveat, is I want normal to be accessible, and then make make it hard, make it difficult, make it challenging. Let people get their feet wet in the green zone, and then accounts like mine will go into the medium zone, and then that hard zone it'll be a push, it'll be a challenge. I also want to give a huge shout out to the candle designer, because that dude has been busy. That guy, the guy who got the candle job at Plarium, is a busy human being. He dipped his toes with Candle Bra or whatever her name is, and Pharsalus, the things, and the grave dig. But now now even the rewards a candle. The boss has a candle. There's a lot of candles now, so I'm really proud he's upped his game and really upped his ante. So I mean, the game looks good. The game looks fun. The game looks the mode. I will say, I guess the only other thing that I would say that is a bit of a disappointment, and it's a small one, is that I really wish they had thought of a new mode. Because again, it's wave, boss, wave, boss. It's the same thing. Again, it's just the same thing as it is. The modes haven't changed other than certain bosses. The modes really haven't changed since campaign. Like, you go to campaign, wave. They just get harder. Wave, boss. And I know that's the basic engine of the game, but wouldn't it have been neat if there would have been a new style, right? You pick multiple champions, and you can sub in champions when something goes wrong or something like that. Like, a new way of playing the game would have been neat. I guess that's a little much to ask for, but hopefully one day they kind of explore that ability to kind of make it a hybrid. I mean, I hate to say it, tower defense, just because I'm playing Watcher, so I have that in my head. But, like, could you imagine if you start with your 4 champions, and then at some point you can pull in different champions in different rounds and go, oh my God, I'm going to use Ethos to get through the waves, but then he's not very good against the boss, so I'm going to pull him out and I'm going to put him Valkyrie, because that's going to help me get through or just kind of things that would be that nature would be kind of fun. That's all I'm saying. It'd be nice to have a different mode. It's such a minor thing. It's like an asterisk at the end. Would have been nice. Not going to happen yet. We're okay with it. Overall, I'm cautiously optimistic about the gameplay. Is it going to help me start spending money? No. Is it going to probably frustrate me if I feel I've hit a point where, especially at my account level, I have to do something, like I have to have more blessings or more whatever? Yeah. But only time will tell, and I'm certainly eager to do it, and I'll probably be making videos on it, probably just Let's Play. I'll literally record on my main account, drop it on Tuesdays and Thursdays in a weekend or something like that. So we'll see exactly how that works, but looking forward to that. That's all I have. What are your thoughts? Do you like it? Do you think you're going to have fun? What is going on in your head with the latest content drop that is probably coming next week or maybe the week after? I don't know. They didn't really say. I assume this week. Sorry, next week. This week. I assume it's coming tomorrow, Wednesday, Thursday. But let me know in the comments down below, and yeah, let's have a wonderful December. Let's get this rocking. Thank you for watching. Appreciate you. Please be kind, be safe, and we'll see you in the next video.